Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you is shaking up the NFC West and could be a game changer for the San Francisco 49ers. We've heard some pretty compelling rumors circulating around the league, and they involve a veteran interior offensive lineman who might soon become a 49ers. Yes, I'm talking about Joel Bitonio, the rock-solid guard from the Cleveland Browns. This isn't just your average speculation either, it's gaining traction among insiders. And if it turns out to be true, it could mean a lot for our team's chances this season and beyond. So let's unpack this a bit because it's juicy. The Browns, currently sitting at a 2-8 record, are in a bit of a rebuild mode. They're clearly looking to move assets to shake things up and get younger, especially with the season not going their way. Cleveland's management is reportedly willing to part ways with Bitonio, who's considered one of the best guards in the league, for a relatively modest price, a third-round pick, maybe even a bit more. That's a steal when you consider his experience, consistency, and the immediate impact he can bring to a team that's looking to contend. Now, why would the 49ers be interested? Well, if you've been paying attention to our offensive line issues this season, you know that injuries and inconsistencies have been a bit of a thorn in our side. Trent Williams, our star left tackle, has been battling a quad injury, which has left our protection a bit vulnerable at times, especially in high-pressure moments. Adding a veteran like Bitonio, who's 34 but still playing at an elite level, could be a massive boost. He's a true anchor on the inside, someone who can bring stability, experience, and leadership to the line. That's exactly what we need to keep Purdy upright, open lanes for our ground game, and elevate our overall offensive efficiency. Speaking of efficiency, let's look at some numbers because they tell a pretty compelling story. In 2025, Bitonio has played 10 games this season, earning a PFF grade of 86, 5 in pass blocking, allowing just 1 sack. His run blocking grade is impressive too, sitting at 84, 2, with a win rate of over 91% inside. That's the kind of consistency that can really transform an offensive line. Over his career, he's played 158 games with an average PFF grade of 88, 1, and has been selected to 6 Pro Bowls. He's allowed only 15 sacks over 200 snaps and is known for his ability to generate extra yards on the ground, over 160 yards in ground gains, which is huge for a guard. Plus, his pressure allowed is only about 8%, and he's been remarkably durable, with minimal injury history aside from a mild knee strain this season, which didn't even keep him out of more than 95% of snaps. This kind of player could be exactly what we need to elevate our running game and protect our quarterback. His presence would likely reduce sacks from around 25 to closer to 15, which is a huge difference. It would also boost our expected points added per run by nearly 18%, helping us push our average points per game from around 28, 4 up into the 30s, which is crucial if we want to stay competitive in the playoffs. When you think about how this could impact the team's overall chemistry and performance, it's a no-brainer, especially considering how well he fits into our offensive scheme. Now, this isn't just about boosting our offense. It's also about strategic strength, especially in the NFC West, where every game is a battle. With Bitonio anchoring the interior line, we could see mismatches that favor us against other defenses. For example, against teams like the Cardinals, his presence could create chaos up front, boosting our chances significantly in those divisional matchups. Not to mention, his addition would give us a big boost in third-down conversions, where last season we hovered around a 44% success rate. If we can push that up to 50%, that means more sustained drives and more scoring opportunities. Imagine the impact on our time of possession, which is already a strength, but with an upgraded line, it could become even more dominant. And speaking of the playoffs, the odds are already looking favorable for the Niners, but adding a player like Bitonio could push us even further. The Super Bowl odds are currently around plus 450, but with his addition, some analysts believe we could see those odds tighten to plus 350. That's a significant boost, especially if you consider how much stability he'd bring against tough defenses like the Rams or even the Cardinals in a critical game. His proven ability to perform under pressure makes him a real X-factor, especially when facing front lines that are trying to get after Purdy or limit our ground game. Of course, there are some hurdles. Cleveland is unlikely to give him away for free, and the Niners will need to clear cap space, which is always a challenge. Right now, the Browns are in a tight cap situation with a negative cap number, so a trade involving a third-round pick might be the best deal they can get. Still, with a cap hit around $15 million, bringing in Bitonio is feasible if the front office is willing to make the moves necessary. It's a calculated risk, but one that could pay off big time if it helps us secure another deep playoff run, and who knows, a Super Bowl appearance. Now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. The 49ers have been one of the most balanced teams in the league this season. Our defense is as fierce as ever with Nick Bosa leading the charge, and our offense, led by Purdy and McCaffrey, has been putting up solid numbers. But as always, injuries and line stability are the keys to sustained success. Adding someone like Bitonio could be the piece that pushes us over the edge, giving Brock Purdy, the protection he needs to make those critical throws and keep the chains moving. It's about creating that perfect blend of offense and defense, and making sure our offensive line is a fortress rather than a sieve. Looking ahead, the 49ers are gearing up for a critical stretch of games. The NFC West isn't decided yet, and every win counts, especially in divisional matchups. If we can shore up our interior line with a veteran like Bitonio, we're not just improving for this season, but setting ourselves up for long-term success. It's about building a team that can withstand the grind of the playoffs and make a deep run. The addition of a seasoned pro like him would send a message to the rest of the league. The 49ers are all in, and we're here to contend for another Super Bowl. So what do you guys think? Is this a move the front office should pull the trigger on? Would you love to see Joel Bitonio in red and gold, anchoring our line and helping us chase another title? It's exciting to think about the possibilities, especially when you consider how much of a difference a veteran presence can make in crunch time. The NFL is all about those little details, and fixing our interior OL might just be the secret ingredient to unlocking our full potential this season. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. Remember, this is all speculation for now, but it's the kind of rumor that could become reality with just a few moves. We're watching closely, and I'll keep you posted as more info comes out. The 49ers are always players in the market, and if this deal goes down, it could be one of the most impactful moves of the season. So keep your eyes peeled, stay passionate, and as always, go Niners.